Was I a little harsh in my assessment that the Orioles may be the Titanic that has just hit the iceberg? Perhaps. But I am 41 years old. I have seen a lot of disappointment with this team. I remember watching the team go wire to wire in '97, only to lose in the American League Championship Series. Uh, I will never forget, nor will I forgive Jeffrey Mayer for that home run ball that was not a home run. If we had replay back then, that home run would not have counted. Now, would it have changed the series? Who knows? Could that have possibly, you know, changed the course of Derek Jeter's career? Who knows? But I've also been through the lean years where it was let the kids play, let the Jay Gibbons and Larry Bigby's and all those guys play. And I was during a time where I was spending a lot of time in Florida and I was going to a lot of spring training. And I would watch in spring training Jay Gibbons look like Babe Ruth. Well, it's okay to look at like Babe Ruth in spring training in Florida, but unfortunately, that never translated to Baltimore in April, May, June, July, and August, and September. I remember being so excited when the Orioles hired Buck Showalter. It was like the saying said, "Buckle up," because you knew this guy wasn't leaving his cushy job with ESPN at the time to come here and lose. And you can say what you want. Him in the front office turned this team around, turned the culture around, made us a winner. Did he win the big one? No. Um, and I will always question that Zach Britton decision. That's something we're not getting into here today. Um, I will say this: it was some of the most enjoyable baseball I've seen in my life, and I will say it in this video so people can blast me and criticize me. There was about a year and a half period of time where I thought the Orioles should give the bag, the money, so to speak, to Jonathan Scope over Manny Machado. As it turns out, we didn't give the money to either one of them. And I'm pretty sure out of all those trades, Dean Kramer is the last man standing. Evan Phillips has gone on to be a great reliever for the Dodgers, and the rest of the guys, pretty much that I can think of off the top of my head, did not work out, which sucks for the Orioles. And I gotta say, the last year and a half, 2 years, I have thoroughly enjoyed watching Adley Rushman come up. This team is playing hard. It's in almost every game, even the games we've lost, even during this losing streak. There's been very few games over the last year and a half, 2 years where it's been like, okay, we're losing. I can turn off the game because I know there's no shot of us coming back. Because this team does not quit, and I respect that. I love that. I may be very critical of the team at times, but I will always back the birds. Do I think this team definitely needs some starting pitching? Yes. Because the problem is, I love the addition of Kyle Gibson. The problem with Kyle Gibson is he's either very good or pretty much very bad. There's little to no in between. It's been that way since before he was with the Orioles. It'll probably be that way his entire career. That's just what he is. He's not the most consistent guy in the world, but he's gonna either give you innings or he's going to blow up. Um, Grayson Rodriguez is looking like a 4A ball player. Um, kind of reminded me like Dylan Bundy. Too good to be in the minors, possibly not good enough to be in the majors. We'll see what happens there. But I'm excited for the rest of the season. Let's go Orioles. Let's see what happens. I know there were rumors of a Corbin Burns trade prior to the season. Those talks, from what I've heard, have cooled down, and quite frankly, the way Corbin Burns has pitched so far this year, I would think the asking price has probably come way down. And I don't really know if he would help the Orioles all that much. I'm hearing Dylan Cease, Lucas Giolito. We'll see there. But I don't know how many of our top prospects I'm willing to give up for those guys. But I do recognize at some point we're going to have to trade some minor leaguers that we don't want to trade to get the pitching that we need. But like I said, I trust Mike Elias. I trust the process this team is going through. I will happily eat my words if the Orioles end up in the playoffs and are competitive the rest of the season when I said that the Orioles are the Titanic that has just struck the iceberg. I will very happily eat those words because I want to be wrong.